It's 11 a.m. It's time for me to go be an adult now. What's up everybody? Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. It's the first video of 2018 and to be completely honest with you, I really had no plans of making this video. I really had no plans of showing you the hairstyle that I'm showing, but on a whim, one day earlier this week, I just decided I was going to do finger coils. I've only done finger coils once before, and I said I would never do them again, and evidently never came 4 years later. I don't know, I just really felt like my hair was kind of stuck in a style rut. My creativity just has not been what it has been in the past, and so I just really needed something new to do. I'm sick of perm rods, I'm sick of twist outs, so I was like, you know what, Leanne, you're gonna try finger coils again. So randomly this past Sunday I decided that I was just going to do finger coils in my hair, and I very quickly remembered why I said I would never do finger coils again. It takes forever. I mean, it's, besides mini twists, it's probably one of the most time-consuming styles I've done on my hair. And at least with mini twists, I can make those last like 2 to 3-ish weeks. With the finger coils, as I was doing my hair, I was thinking, dang, this is taking forever. And this style better last me at least a week. So I'm still not completely sure if finger coils are worth all of the effort, but I got so many requests on my Instagram for a tutorial for these, and I was actually pretty surprised about that, because usually I'll be like, okay y'all, let me know if you want a tutorial, and I usually get crickets. And this time a bunch of y'all were like, yes, I need a tutorial for these finger coils. So this is what I'm here to do. I am not gonna start these from the beginning because it just takes way too long. Luckily, however, this is day 5 of these finger coils, and they have held up so exceptionally well. I think that if I keep on the same path, that this could very easily last me 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I'm calling it quits. But I think this could definitely last for 2 weeks. And like I said before, I'm gonna show you the technique that I use. I'm not gonna do my entire head again, but I'm just gonna give you a rundown of what I do, what products I'm using, and just some overall tips for doing finger coils, for if you have a hair type like mine. Since this section right here is towards the front and you can probably see it the best, I'm going to coil this section for you and show you exactly how I do it. So first I'm just gonna separate all this hair out of the way. Do that like that. So before I started my finger coils, I washed my hair with my clarifying shampoo from Kekoa. I wanted to make sure that my hair was completely free of any products and as clean as possible, along with my scalp. I then deep conditioned my hair with the Adwoa Beauty deep conditioning treatment, and also use their Baomint oil blend on my scalp. And then once I rinsed all of that out, I then applied the Adwoa Beauty leave-in conditioning styler along with their curl defining gel. So the thing with finger coils and my hair in particular is that my curl pattern is not coily. Like, it coils naturally, maybe along the nape of my neck and around my ears, but my hair generally does not coil, it zigzags. And so with that being said, my hair isn't like some other naturals where their hair will be like soaking wet and all of their hair is perfectly in these nice round ringlets and it's all clumped together and it's just one beautiful unifying like head of hair. When my hair is soaking wet, it looks like a bird's nest, to be honest with you, because I got some curls that are doing this, I got a few curls that are doing this, and they don't all like meet well together. So I have a really hard time with clumping my hair. I have a really hard time with defining my curls because, like I said, my hair is not curly, it's zigzaggy. So I think in order for your finger coils to work well, you need to have Number one, the technique, and then number two, the products. So I specifically chose these products because I know they work really well together. I don't think doing finger coils is any time for you to try out a new product combination, honestly. I would not mix product brands. I also used these products because I knew I could be heavy-handed and the products would not flake or clump or leave me with any kind of white residue. I've seen them in action. I know how they work. I knew that this combination was going to work really well for my hair, which is why I chose these two things to coil my hair with. So in coiling your hair should be wet. Some people do theirs soaking wet. Some people do theirs a little bit wet. For me, right now, I'm just gonna say wet. So this is what I mean when I say my hair is wet and it doesn't really have, it doesn't, my curls don't clump, my curls don't pop when they're wet. They're just kind of there and they're all doing their own thing and they're all going in different directions. So I think that's one of the reasons why finger coils is a bit more difficult for me and someone with my hair type. I'm gonna get my hair a little bit more wet. When I touch it, it's like dripping, so it's pretty dripping wet right now. And then I'm gonna take a generous amount of the leave-in conditioner and I'm just gonna smooth it through that entire section. And now you can see my curls are starting to clump and starting to pop a little bit. And then in a smaller section, I'm gonna take just a little bit of the curl defining gel and smooth it into my hair. So basically what I do is I start with my fingers and I take them as close to the roots as I possibly can and I just start twisting at the roots like that. And then I grab the base of my hair at the root and I start to twirl my hair around my finger. And as I'm twirling, I will then take the base hand and move it down just to keep that coil coiled so it doesn't unravel as I'm twirling it. And once I get to the end, I hold it there for a couple of seconds and then I very slowly let go. And then there's my coil. So if you don't want to put gel on each small section, you can certainly take a little bit of gel and put it on a larger section and then separate it that way. I kind of just went back and forth as I was doing my hair. Sometimes I would put gel on a larger section, sometimes I would put it on a smaller section. It just kind of depended on what I was feeling like at the time. I'm actually gonna time this to see how long this section of hair takes. Right now it is 9:37. I'm just gonna set my timer. I like for my sections to be as small as possible. I noticed that when I would try to cheat and make bigger sections, the coils would always unravel prematurely. So I am done with this section of hair. I stopped my stopwatch at 38 minutes, although I'm gonna take off 8 minutes because I redid some sections that just weren't coiling the right way. My hair is not coiling as much today as it did on Sunday when I first did them. My best bet is just because I'm not working on clean hair and I'm adding more and more product to old hair, so I don't think my hair is responding the same way as it was on Sunday. But I'm going to show you pictures later on of how my hair looked when I first finished it before and up to how it looked today, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed. My nighttime routine is the exact same as my other nighttime routine has been. I have a video on that I'll link down below, but the only difference is that I will take this part of my hair that I would normally be like laying on, and I just put it into a little ponytail like this. That way this hair stays off of this side of my head, because I usually sleep on the right side. And then I'll take either a satin scarf or a wide satin headband, and I'll put that on, and it'll push all this hair to the back. And then I take it out in the morning and fluff it, but I'll show you how that looks in the morning. And so I'll let these dry overnight, and then tomorrow morning I will come back and show you how they look. So it is the next morning, and I've already taken my bonnet off. As you can see, the gel and the leave-in conditioner dried clear, so I don't have any clumps or any flakes or anything in my hair. I know it looks pretty questionable at first when I was putting it in. So this is the right side of my head that I slept on, and it's a little bit flat, which is pretty typical for me. So what I do is I take my aloe water from Hairizon. I spritz a little bit of this stuff into my hair and scrunch it in just to bring my curls back to life. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the back of my head. So just give that a few minutes to kind of soak in and do its magic, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some makeup on, and then I'll come right back. So makeup is all done. As you can see, some of the hair that was flattened a little bit before has decided now to plump back up, which is really good. I'm now gonna take some of the Adwoa Beauty Baomint oil blend and coat my hands with it, and then scrunch it a little bit into my hair just to give it a little bit more shine, and also just to give my hair a little bit more volume. Here you want to be really careful not to disturb your curls too much, especially if your hair is like mine and could potentially unravel pretty easily. I'm just going to show y'all really quick how I separate them, but I'm really not going to separate my whole head, because like I said, I want this style to last as long as possible. And the more you separate, the more chance you give for your hair to unravel faster. So with my hands coated in oil, I basically just take a curl, start from as close to the root as I can, unravel it just a little bit at the root, and then just pull it apart. And it should pull apart pretty easily, and then just coil it back with my finger like that. You just have to be really careful, and if you start to notice that it can't separate easily without pulling too much, like this one right here, it's kind of not wanting me to separate it, I'm just gonna leave it alone and just coil it back. Because what I don't want is sometimes if I separate it too prematurely, it'll stretch out too much, and then the coil, as you can see now, doesn't really want to spring back into place. So just be careful with that. Be careful with how you do that. So I'll keep you up to date on how many days this hair lasts. You can check my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook page. My username for all of those is Chronic Curls. You can check me out there. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.